calling out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." And then he saw Rapunzel let down her beautiful long braid, and he saw the witch climb up by it. She came down again at night and did not return until the next day. "Aha," thought Prince Charming, "the witch goes home at night. I will return when it is dark." That night, when it was pitch black except for the light of the moon, a dark figure arrived at the tower and called out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel let down her beautiful long braid, and the dark figure climbed up by it. As he got closer and closer to the window, she could see his big, beautiful eyes by the light of the moon. "Oh, Prince Charming," said Rapunzel, "what big eyes you have, just like Dora the Explorer." "The better to see you with, my dear." As he grew closer still, she could see his ears by the light of the moon. "Oh, Prince Charming, what big ears you have, just like Barack Obama." "The better to hear you with, my dear." And as he grew closer still, she could see his mouth by the light of the moon. "Oh, Prince Charming, what a big mouth you have, just like Hannah Montana." "The better to eat you with, my dear." And the big, bad wolf leaped through the window. "Oh," said Rapunzel, "Prince Charming, you don't look anything like your picture." "Don't believe everything you see on the internet, my dear." Just then, Prince Charming arrived in his motorcycle. Rapunzel's hair was still let down. Prince Charming climbed up by it and leaped through the window just as the big bad wolf was about to devour Rapunzel. "Unhand her, you beast," he said. "Whoops," said the big bad wolf. "I seem to have wandered into the wrong story. My mistake." "Here," said Prince Charming, "let me help you out." And he threw the big bad wolf out the window, clear into Little Red Riding Hood's forest where he belonged. But now Prince Charming had to get Rapunzel down from the tower. How was he going to do that? She could not climb down by her beautiful long braid. She was attached to it. But Prince Charming hadn't been a Boy Scout for nothing. He reached into his pocket and he pulled out his stainless steel 74 function Swiss Army knife. He quickly opened up the Singer sewing machine attachment. You don't have one? You got ripped off. He took down the curtain, sewed it into a lightweight nylon parachute. When with Rapunzel in his arms, he jumped out the window, pulled the ripcord, and gently landed on the ground. Then he hopped on his Harley Davidson with Rapunzel clinging to his back like a fly to paper, just as the sun was coming over the horizon and the Wicked Witch appeared on the scene. Well, she took after Prince Charming on her broom. But the medieval technology of a broom is no match for the 21st century technology of a Harley Davidson. Before the witch caught up with him, Prince Charming had arrived home. He had introduced Rapunzel to his mom and dad, the king and queen. He had proposed to her. They had gotten married, and Rapunzel was pregnant. Not necessarily in that order. The wedding was a splendid affair. The cake was baked by Rapunzel's father, the best baker in the land. And the wedding was planned by Rapunzel's mother, for she was a wedding planner. And Rapunzel and her mom and dad were reunited at her wedding. And everyone started living happily ever after, except who? The Wicked Witch, the helicopter witch, yes. She had failed. She returned home. She wasn't laughing now. She returned home defeated and dejected. Well, as I said, Rapunzel was pregnant. She was going to have a little baby. And guess what she had? Cravings. Like mother, like daughter. She had cravings. And what do you think she had a craving for? Rampion. Yes, so smart kids. Rampion. So Prince Charming went to the produce section of Publix and he bought a whole bunch of fresh green rampion. But it would not do, because Rapunzel had to have the rampion that grew where? In the garden of the Wicked Witch, right. So what did Prince Charming do? Right. He climbed over the wall into the Wicked Witch's garden, right. And he gathered as much rampion as he could carry. But just as he was about to climb back over the wall, who should appear before him but the Wicked Witch? "How dare you climb over my wall like a common thief," said the Wicked Witch, "and steal my rampion?" "Oh," said Prince Charming, "be merciful rather than just, for my wife who is pregnant has such a yearning for your rampion that she would surely die if she couldn't get any to eat." "If it is all as you say," said the Wicked Witch, "take as much rampion as you want, on one condition, that the child that shall come into the world must be given to me." Yeah, the same thing as before, right? But this time, she wasn't dealing with the working stiff next door. This was the king's son. "You leave me no choice," said he. I'm the king's son, and I own this whole kingdom, and I hereby take possession of your backyard by right of eminent domain." The Wicked Witch started to cry. "Boo-hoo-hoo, boo-hoo-hoo, boo-hoo-hoo," she cried. "All I wanted was a child to love. I dearly love children, and I have no children of my own." Well, Prince Charming went home and he told his wife Rapunzel what had happened, and she said, "You know, I feel sorry for the Wicked Witch, the helicopter witch. After all, she was a good mother to me, even if she was a little overprotective. So when our child is born, let's let her be the child's nanny." Well, in due time, Prince Charming and Rapunzel had a beautiful baby boy, and they named him Rampion. And the Wicked Witch was his nanny. She homeschooled him, and she was always telling him how much better things were when she was a girl and how terrible they were in the present age. But when the prince was 13 years old, he got a computer for his birthday. And his favorite movie actor was Adam Sandler. The Wicked Witch finally gave up and joined the 21st century and the Red Hat Society. And you know what the Red Hat Society is? That's a society of old ladies that wear red hats and purple dresses, and they have a lot of fun. So the Wicked Witch joined them because she was going to have a lot of fun. She traded in her broom for a Harley-Davidson motorcycle and became a motorcycle mama. And everybody lived happily ever after in the 21st century. The end. Thank you. Thank you.